Look at this mess. Too bad I didn't have a Jeep and a snowplow. What do you say, pal?
Oh, not much.
You're bundled up like you're expecting weather.
Well, don't you think it's weather?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Gotta come in here and find a tarp. I got some wood in the back of my truck, and I'm gonna cover it up. In case I gotta go to work, it'll be good for weight. And in case I lose power, I'll have some wood to heat my house. Pretty smart. Ooh, I ought to go get some gas, hadn't I? Somebody was asking me about the casters on my stomp shear here and how I rigged it up so I'd have a positive stop when you stomp on it, but I didn't really rig that up. But this is how it works. It's got this wooden frame underneath it and these two pieces of wood there, and the pedal hits that, which is what limits it. The problem with this setup is it's a little too high. It's not too bad for me. I'm fairly tall, but I'm gonna live with it for now because I got a small shop here and too much stuff, and I need to be able to move it around. It's pretty chilly out here, about 40. I think I'm gonna dig out my heater and fire it up. I also think as long as it's not sleeting or raining, I'm gonna back this car out so I got a little room to work. We've had a pretty good little storm for North Carolina. Ice. I was doing cold starts this morning. 63 Impala said they were going to laugh at me unless it was below 50 degrees. It's 40 in here, so I guess he ain't going to laugh. But let's see if this one fire up. I bet it will. Oh yeah. I bet it'll even do a burnout in it as long as it's ice out there. Maybe we'll see if it will here when it warms up a little bit. Yep, I guess it will. Alright, I didn't get this on video, but I just on a whim came out and tried it one more time and fired right up. So the VW will start if you know what you're doing, which apparently I did not. That's how you do a VW burnout. Get stuck in the ice. Heard them VWs were good in the snow, but it didn't prove it today. Uh-oh. There's a little rainbow. It's marking its territory, I guess. That's our setup, cutworm. Well, that auction paid off again. Had some inner tubes. I think they're going to go out there and do some inner tubing in the snow. Don't get to do that very often around here. Alright, I got to stay focused. I got work to do here. Alright, we got inner tubes pumped up and some gas in the four-wheeler and all that stuff. So I think I can go to work here. I think today I might be able to get somebody out here helping me paint the frame. I don't know. But in any event, I need to work on this brake and clutch deal as well as the exhaust. And if you haven't figured out by now, I like to work on things as the mood strikes me. So we'll see how my mood takes me here. Alright girl, you gotta motivate me. The day's half over and I ain't hit a lick at nothing yet, hardly.
What do you need to do?
I need to build this exhaust and the brakes and the clutch. Maybe you'll paint the frame. Won't that be fun?
Yeah.
Alright. I bought this thing here for myself for Christmas. Since all I get is socks and underwear as a rule.
Hey, I didn't buy you just socks and underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And you asked for
Anyway, it takes like 40 pounds of lead shot. I didn't realize that stuff was so expensive. I bought a 25-pound bag. It was like $48, I think. So anyway, I'm a little short on that. I was thinking how I can make my own lead shot. Maybe melt some and pour it in a bucket of water. I don't know.
what?
Say what now?
I said, these are dangerous. I hate them every time I come through here.
You don't think you'll catch on after a few times?
Hey, wait a minute. I've seen you do it a few times yourself.
That's not what we're discussing. Okay. Here is the Hydro Boost set up and mounted. Now all I got to do is sort out the lines. Chevaholic mentioned he didn't think the power steering pump made enough pressure. I need to research that. And I got to run the brake lines. I think right in there, I guess you can see it, is the little do-flatchy for the anti-lock brakes, which only functions on the rear. I think I'm going to eliminate that, which means I can run the rear brake line, pick it up right here somewhere, and get it to the master cylinder. And I got some residual valves we need to install, and so on, and I need to build the exhaust. My wife just informed me we'd have some company shortly, so we might not get much done, but that's okay.
They're only here for a couple days.
That's right. You know, we got to live life a little too. Just a little.
Just a little.
I'm not very motivated today for some reason, but I'm going to do a little something with this exhaust. I've been thinking on it. I need to make some pieces to go from this pipe, which is 3.5 inches, to 5 inch. And if I remember my high school math correctly, to get the circumference of a circle, you multiply the diameter times pi, not cherry pie or apple pie, but by 3.14. So that'll come into play. I confess I did use my phone and confirm that on highschoolmath.com or something.